Unacademy. Let's crack it.
Hi everyone, I'm Pallavi Mishra and I have secured rank 73 in UPSC CSE 2022. I've done my undergrad in law from National Law University Delhi and law was my optional subject as well. आज मैं यहाँ आपसे कुछ मेंस आंसर राइटिंग टिप्स शेयर करने वाली हूँ जिन टिप्स ने मुझे मेरी प्रेपरेशन में बहुत हेल्प करी है. फर्स्टली मैंने कोशिश करी थी कि ड्यूरिंग माई मेंस प्रेपरेशन आई फोकस अ लॉट ऑन राइटिंग टेस्ट्स. तो मेरी कोशिश ये रहती थी कि मैं वो 3 महीने के ड्यूरेशन में हर 2 से 3 दिन एक टेस्ट लिख दूँ, चाहे वो कोई भी टेस्ट हो, चाहे वो ऐसे हो, चाहे वो एथिक्स का पेपर हो या वो मेरे लॉ ऑप्शनल का पेपर हो. मुझे लगता है कि जितने टेस्ट आप लिखते जाते हैं आपकी राइटिंग प्रैक्टिस तो उतनी बढ़ती जाती है बट आपकी एनालिसिस स्किल्स भी उतनी बेहतर होती जाती हैं. And that helps in you reducing the amount of time that it takes for you to understand the question and to write the answer. Now, a couple of things that are general for all the papers. Firstly, try to understand the pattern of the question and the question paper. GS1, GS2, GS3, 4 और optional सबका pattern थोड़ा different होता है, पर उनका एक set structure होता है of how to write an answer for that option. आपको उस बात को थोड़ा समझने की आवश्यकता पड़ती है. सो आई वुड सजेस्ट द फर्स्ट थिंग यू शुड डू इज़ गो एनालाइज द पास्ट 10 ईयर प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस एंड देन डिसाइड कि आप इसमें से उस क्वेश्चन को किस तरीके से आंसर करेंगे. जो सेकेंड चीज़ बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होती है इज़ टू लर्न हाउ टू रीड अ क्वेश्चन. हम कई बार क्वेश्चन पढ़ते हैं, हमें वहाँ पे कीवर्ड दिखता है जिसके बारे में हमने प्रिपरेशन करी हुई है, जिसके बारे में हमने अभी रिसेंटली पढ़ा है, एंड आवर माइंड ऑटोमेटिकली जंप्स टू अ कंक्लूजन एंड इट ऑटोमेटिकली स्टार्ट्स क्रिएटिंग एन आंसर दैट माइट नॉट नेसेसरली बी द डिमांड ऑफ द क्वेश्चन. सो इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यू टू टेक 5 seconds, wait and read the question very properly, to analyze the keywords that they've asked over and also analyze what they have asked in the question. Once you're able to figure out the demand of the question, the 50% of the game is done. The next thing that's also very important while writing an answer is to keeping your answers very contemporary. This is again a key factor in writing a good mains answer. आप कोशिश करिए कि आप अपने examples को इतना recent बना सकें, इतना contemporary बना सकें कि आपका question बहुत relevant हो जाए. आपका अगर आंसर रेलिवेंट होता है तो द पर्सन हु इज़ चेकिंग इट इज़ ऑल्सो इंटरेस्टेड इन योर आंसर एंड वंस दे आर इंटरेस्टेड दे वांट टू कीप रीडिंग. सो आई थिंक इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यू टू फोकस ऑन करंट अफेयर्स इवन फ्रॉम द पर्सपेक्टिव ऑफ मेंस. कमिंग टू स्पेसिफिकली डिफरेंट GS subjects and the way that I would write answers for those. When it comes to GS1, my priority would be to have very clear concepts and very clear understanding of what the question is. When it comes to history, for instance, आपका introduction थोड़ा contextual होना चाहिए. जो आपसे सवाल पूछा गया है आप उसका थोड़ा सा background बता सकते हैं. आप उस background को आज current affairs से भी थोड़ा सा link करके अपने introduction को interesting बना सकते हैं. When it comes to geography, for instance, आपका थोड़ा definition based introduction हो सकता है. When it's definition based introduction, आपका answer बहुत conceptual हो जाता है and the person who's checking it is able to understand that you know the subject. Once that is clear to the examiner, they are also a little lenient in marking your answer. When it comes to society, for instance, your answer should be very contemporary and also contextual at the same time. So I think it's important in GS1 to understand and analyze what subject the question is being asked from and then structure your answer. When it comes to GS2, I think it's very important for you to keep the answer very relevant. And a good trick to do that is to create a set list of cases जो आप अपने answers में refer कर सकते हैं. अगर आपके पास ये set list होती है तो you will surely find some or the other keyword in your question where you can refer to these landmark cases. A second important aspect of a GS2 answer is to refer to as many statutes and as many constitutional articles as you possibly can. Because when you talk about polity, I think everybody understands that the grand norm of polity and political science is law and our legal structure. So it's always a beneficial idea for you to refer to these statutes and constitutional articles wherever you can. When it comes to GS3, it's again very important to keep your answers concise and to keep your answers very definition based. When it comes to economics, try to refer to as much data as you possibly can and the data should be very relevant. A good trick for that is to refer to the economic survey over and over again to create a set list of data sets that you might want to refer to for your answers. When it comes to science and technology, again, a very good guideline to follow is to keep your answers very current by referring to current affairs that have been happening around you. When it comes to national security, I think it's important to have a contextual understanding of the question that is being placed to you, and that contextual understanding must be reflected in your answer as well. When it comes to GS4, that becomes a make or break for anybody who is attempting the mains paper. Because GS4 is an examination, is a topic where your investment is very little, but the return on investment can be massive. So I believe when it comes to ethics, you should try and find a dedicated test series if possible, or a dedicated set of questions that you might want to solve before you write this exam. It's important to remember that GS4 is quite different from the other GS subjects, and the way that you attempt that paper is also going to be different. So it's important for you to write as many tests as possible before you write the final examination. These were a couple of tips that I had for you for answer writing, and I hope you find them helpful. I wish all of you all the best.